Traders, I am so excited you guys are here today. We got such a good lesson on the whole dollar area. We have several prime examples that we're going to go over today on why we should respect these levels. Additionally, we're going to go over how you can best trade these, what to look for, and ultimately how you can profit off of these levels. Now, later in the video, I'm going to be giving away to one lucky winner a $300 valued course. I'm excited for this opportunity for you. Let's get into the video. There are a few tickers I want to go over today: BTTR, Works, and SMFL. Now, all three of these tickers pretty much had the same story and nearly the similar chart. And something I want you guys to learn from this is market sentiment and ultimately respecting that. See, when the market is telling us something, we can't force our own will onto it. We need to listen. Oftentimes for newer traders, they want to trade what they want to see rather than what the market is telling them. It's trying to swim up creek. It's not going to work. If the stock market says the speed limit is 35 miles per hour and you are going 65 miles per hour, how's that going to work out? Probably not pretty well. It's going to ultimately end up in A, you getting an expensive ticket, or B, getting into a crash. Now, what do I mean by that as far as how that applies to today? Well, what was the market saying today? The market was pretty much saying to be bearish. I mean, you can get a long opportunity, but ultimately it's going to turn into that crash. And that crash is in what? Well, the stocks that were hitting the whole dollar area of resistance on the highest volume of the day. We just did a lesson on that. When a stock has the highest volume of the day, look for a reversal. That's a little tip I'm throwing in there for free for you guys. We see this on SMFL, the highest volume of the day, the stock reverses. WORX, the highest volume of the day, the stock reverses. BTTR, similar story, highest volume of the day, and you see the stock reverses on this big upper shadow up to the whole dollar and actually having a fake out breakout and reversing from there. Not only do we have all this hype and volume on these stocks, we need to be mindful of the psychological ramifications of this. See, when we first start trading, we kind of FOMO into stocks. We all did it. Fear of missing out. We see a stock going up on momentum and we want to buy into it because we don't want to miss out. Well, this is what that leads to: capitulation. It's not bad to have those emotions. We just need to understand how to tame them and really listen to them as well. Not only to the market, but listen to our emotions. What's our emotions telling us? That we want to chase this? Well, then probably take the other trade. I hear traders all the time saying, man, I'm consistent, but I'm just consistent losing. Well, then probably what you need to do is just press the other button. And really that's what happened to my trading over the years. I listened to that gut, which essentially is combined experience from over the years, from staring at charts for tens of thousands of hours. You get an idea of really what the chart and what your gut is trying to say. So A, we have the market sentiment. It's not a bad idea to have multiple charts up so we can see what these other stocks are doing. So the first stock this morning was BTTR, which really hit a key level of resistance here, the 715. Had a large candle on the volume chart way above average. Now the stock was a little tricky because it had a lower shadow signifying buyers were absorbing this up, but we didn't have many other stocks that were giving us that sentiment for the day. Well, this stock had the break over 715, ended up being a fake out breakout. If you see a stock pull back, yank its move after it breaks out past the whole dollar area, it's usually a good sign to get out because this thing is going to unwind, as other traders really see that as a bad signal as well. Now let's look at WORX. This stock was somewhat in an uptrend. These tickers have been a little tricky. See, we actually opened up at 257. We sold off, did a little red to green move in the first few minutes of the day. Then we started fading and had a U-shaped pattern, ended up breaking the open of the day, which is a natural area of resistance on some good volume. Then we pulled back right above the open of the day, which served as a support area, and then a push in volume. We started forming this trend line, and it was actually trending a little higher. We had higher lows forming here into this little bit of an ascending triangle breakout pattern. Now, the problem is none of these breakout patterns were sustaining, and we saw that with BTTR, and this attempted to break out past the whole dollar as well, and it really just trapped a bunch of longs up here at the 309 area, and that's really when it began to sell off. We had the most volume here on the day. This ended up being a trap. You got to be mindful of these traps and got to be very careful. Later in my trading journey, I actually stopped buying breakouts because really the breakouts work maybe 50% of the time, and a lot of them are fake out breakouts, and they turn into that elevator down kind of play, which is terrible. Shorts take the elevator down, longs take the stairs up. So on the long side, if you're taking the stairs up, I like to buy on the bottom trend line because you have a tight stop there. Your risk is real tight, which is ideal, and that way you can sell into this move versus potentially buying it at the top here. So today we saw that for two stocks, BTTR, WORX, and then the last one, SMFL. This one had a very similar setup to Works, as in it had an uptrend to it. This is kind of in a bull flag as well. We had a bull flag with all these upper shadows to it, and then the bottom trend line where it was forming higher lows off of, and then it got up to the whole dollar on increasing volume, broke past that, trapped a bunch of longs as well, and then elevator down. 409 all the way down to 325 and faded from there. Traders, very important things to learn from this video. Be very careful buying a stock that's already overbought near the whole dollar area, because psychologically you have to understand that that's an area of resistance where a lot of traders place their orders to sell. Now, why do they place their orders to sell it there? It just because it's a simple click of a button. Click $4, click $5, click $6, click $1, whatever the case may be. That's a psychological area. That's going to be a natural area of resistance that's going to be tough to break through. So ideally, get in on the trend and scale out your position along the way. That way, if the stock takes the elevator down, has a fake out breakout, you can cut your remainder shares and you're still green on the trade. Traders, I hope you learned something from that lesson. Let's get to the giveaway. So one person is going to win a $299 course, but there's a few stipulations. A, I need you to like the video. B, I need you to comment. The comment section is how I'm going to pick the winner. So in the comment section below, I need you to put a number down 1 through 100, and you can only put one number down. And if people have multiples of the same number, I'm going to pick the first person who put that number down. So what's the giveaway? Well, guys, I've been trading since 2016. I have a lot of experience, and I've created a course that's really going to start you off on the right trajectory. I didn't have that when I first started. And in fact, I know there's a lot of these out there, and throughout my years, I've watched most of them, and they don't compare to this. This is highly structured. There's a lot of video lessons. There's a lot of reading, and there's a quiz at the end. This kind of goes through what you're going to get. It's a comprehensive course designed to provide you with a solid understanding of the fundamentals of day trading and equip you with the necessary skills to kickstart your career in this exciting and dynamic field. We're going to go over having a plan, the psychological challenges, emotions, the 101s, technical analysis, chart patterns, how to place orders, trailing orders, recycling shares. We go over all of it. And let me move myself out of the way. Here's pretty much an outline of what you're going to get. The definitions, 101s, emotions, placing orders. I even go over my edge here. And then at the end, you have a 30-question quiz that's going to test your knowledge after taking this course. So a lot of you might be saying, well, I can just find educational information on YouTube. And yeah, you can. But this is very structured. It's taken my entire trading journey and pretty much putting it into one package. So that way you can pretty much check off every time you have moved from one section to the next. Now, for those that may not win, I have another offer for you to unlock this exclusive course. Just type in your information here. You're going to get an email sent to you, and make sure you go down and Day Trading 101, jumpstart your day trading career, proceed to pay, and an offer for everyday trading subscribers. You can add a promo code ADT25 and click apply, and that will take 25% off for you. Now, the reason I created this is because I get asked quite frequently, do you have a chat room I can come learn, or a mentorship program, anything like that? And I don't. I have moderated multiple chat rooms before. Right now, I have 2 little kids, and it's very hard to do that. And so I'm trying to provide you with value where I can. I believe this was missing. I've pretty much been in every chat room, and I've watched all their training material. And in my opinion, this far supersedes anything that I've ever watched. Go ahead and put your number 1 through 100 in the comment section below. I will pick the winner probably early next week, so stay tuned to that video. Traders, if you haven't yet, hit the like and subscribe button, guys. I will see y'all in the next video.